program is brought to you by Newsworks in cooperation with the City of Eau Claire. This program is simulcast on WRFP-LP 101.9 FM. Hello, and welcome to Meet the Candidates. In this series, Newsworks, an imprint of Valley Media Works, introduces you to candidates running for local and state-level elections. The next election, covering Eau Claire City Council, Eau Claire City Council President, and Eau Claire Area School District Board, is on April 2nd, 2019. My name is Heather Rigby, and today I'm joined by Terry Weld. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Heather.
So, why don't we start by letting people know what you're actually running for?
Yeah, I am running for Eau Claire City Council President.
Okay. What is the role of the City Council President versus a regular City Council member?
So the Council President is more or less the face and the voice of the Council. We represent it in all different functions and areas. The President generally sets the agenda for the meeting. He oversees the meeting and certainly is responsible for making sure that we have all the information that we need and the data and that we're I guess asking the right questions and staying on topic when we get into our discussions.
What has inspired you to decide to take on that role? I got involved in city governing in 2011 on the Plan Commission level, and I served on there for 6 years. The last 3 years, I served as the Plan Commission chair. And, that serves a lot like the City Council. It's the next highest commission that we have in our city. And during those 6 years, we got to oversee some of the greatest development that Eau Claire has experienced, with everything happening downtown and the revitalization and Haymarket and the Pablo Center and so on. So I really came to love city governing and what that looked like and what it entailed. It became almost a second career for me, and so when I was elected 2 years ago to City Council, my experience there was a positive experience, and I've enjoyed these past 2 years, and I feel like this is the next step that I need to take. I've been the leader or a president of every body or commission or board that I've served on, and I've been self-employed my whole life and always more or less been responsible for everything that entails. And so I feel like it's the right time for me to take this step. One, because I feel that I'm ready, and two, because I think it's just good for our community to have two options running for council president. Well, you've already been on council for a couple of years now, and so you've been able to address some of the issues, I'm assuming, that you've wanted to. Moving into being president, what other issues would you like to address?
Topics for us right now and will continue to be is certainly our budget concerns moving forward. Our city is growing and expanding, and we need to make sure that we can still continue to maintain meeting the needs of everyone in our community and having the funds to do so. Affordable housing is just another really hot topic, and something that I know we'll be spending a lot of time discussing over the next 10 to 12 months. For me as council president, I really feel that role should be a nonpartisan role and really be there to support and to lead our council. And so my job, I feel, is to make sure that we're acting on what the community is asking for and what's important to the community, and making sure that we're focusing on what they're asking for. Obviously, responsible growth is another concern and something that I want to be a part of and a leader in. Making sure that we are conscious of everyone and making sure we're not leaving anyone behind. And obviously the continued revitalization of downtown also. I have 18 years of experience in real estate, and so I think I have a really good handle on all these topics, and
certainly the affordable housing aspect of it, and then also being a business owner downtown for 12 years and understanding, what that looks like. So.
And you've already spoken to this somewhat, but what would you say sets you apart as a candidate and really qualifies you to be president?
Yeah, both, I guess, the leadership experience, which I've already mentioned, offering an opportunity to others now too, so that we have two choices when it comes to Election Day on April 2nd. And then, certainly being what I feel is the most important part of this job, and that's being nonpartisan. I feel that probably separates myself and my opponents more so than anything. But as a city council leader and president, I don't know how we can really lead effectively and without any type of bias towards any segment or part of our community and our city without being nonpartisan. I think that we need to make sure that we're representing everybody and supporting all views throughout this community. And certainly the political pendulum swings from one side to the other throughout our entire country, and more often than it has in the past. And I really just want to make sure that we're not swinging too far in any one direction, and we're not swinging too fast, and we're being cautious and careful and mindful, and trying to make sure that we're looking out for everybody.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like the viewers at home to know before they head out to vote on April 2nd?
Yeah, again, I think that, based on my experience and public service, things that are important to me that I feel that will help me be a good leader is I'm a strong believer in common sense, supporting those that we've entrusted, and including our city staff, and making sure that we have their back and we're there to support them at all times. Certainly to lead by example as a council president, and then again being mindful of the initiatives and what's maybe not important to me, but what's important to the others in the community. And that's what I really spend a lot of time and focus on, is building the relationships with the other council members, building the trust from the community with our city council, and then also, again, continuing to build on that relationship between staff and our council as well.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us
you.
today. Good luck.
Thanks.
And thank you to our audience at home.